welcome to another episode of On Par with Parish. I'm your host, Parish Hodges, and
Hey,
today my special guest is author E.C. Ward.
what's
Hi.
up? How
First
are
of
you?
all, how have you been? That's the question.
I've been great. Of course, we went to the same college, MTSU, representing Blue Raiders. So after school, I came back home to San Francisco. I was at a news station for a while. Then our mayor's actually a black woman. We don't got a lot of black people in the city, but our mayor's black. So I was like, I want to be a part of that. So I've been helping her out for a few years, and then also help out like any like black newspapers out here, and just
Oh,
been trying to write for myself. You feel me?
look
I'm
at you just blackening it up over there in San Francisco.
trying.
I'm proud of you, Evan. Like, oh my God. I'm
Thank you so
like,
much. I'm
oh,
proud of you too, doing big things.
thank you. I
No,
really
the whole
appreciate
crew.
it. I see you're still in good shape.
I'm trying. I'm trying. It's hard. Quarantine, shoot, man. 2020, it was on me for a couple years. I had to change how I ate. I'm a little older now, 30, so I had to. I can't eat out, Burger King and stuff. So I try to eat salads and whatnot. It's boring, but I'm trying to stay healthy.
Oh yeah,
You
so
know,
quarantine helped you get right, is what you're saying.
it did, it did, it did. It helped me find myself because you know how it is. You black and you in the workforce. They kind of before you know it, it's been years. They be they try to move you this way, that way, this way. You can't
Yeah.
even think for yourself. So I finally had a time to decompress, and I was like, nah, I'm over that.
So, your first book,
Yes.
Reporting Live, tell us about it.
Okay. Reporting live is about hopping out of the passenger seat, you feel me, and jumping in the driver's seat of your own car, you feel me, and
Oh.
grabbing the wheel and taking control of your life. I know I was someone who I felt like I was in the passenger seat of like my own story, like my own life, and I felt like I couldn't take control and that I would inevitably crash, because I just wasn't in control. I lost my dad when I was 15 to cancer. So after that, it was just as you know, I'm as a black man, even having my dad in my life was a blessing. But I couldn't find anyone to fill that void. I just got real lonely, and in college I had the whole the news crew, and then I played football, so I had a lot of support. But once I got back home to San Francisco, you know how it is. You kind of outgrow some friends. You can't mess with them anymore. So I was lonely, and I was just kind of depressed, to be honest. So I kind of just needed to take control of my life. I felt like I was losing myself, and this story is kind of for anyone who feels like they want to take control of their life and follow their dreams, whatever that is, or be whoever you want to be. Yeah.
As a black man, just being black in general, like I love the fact that you're being so vulnerable right now. And you're talking about depression and feeling lonely and what you went through and how you got yourself out of it. Because, in our community, that stuff we don't really talk about. And then when we do try to talk about it, people are just kind of like, oh, well, your life is not that bad.
You're right.
So thank you for talking about it and being vulnerable. I appreciate that a lot.
Oh yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
So I know I can't say too much about the book because, hopefully a lot more people will read it once they see this interview. But
I love that.
there's a few points, that I do want to talk about.
Of course.
So the main character, his name is Arthur.
Yeah.
And it's like, it feels like he has to choose between music, which was his connection to his father, and journalism, which is his connection to his mother. So,
Yeah.
like, which one is his true passion, or could it be both?
Right. Right. Could it be both? I want to say his true passion is music. But music following what you really want to do. Sometimes there's no clear cut road. Whereas, to be a journalist or to even be a doctor or a lawyer, it's hard, but there is a set road. You may go to law school, you may go to, get your doctorate, or but to be a musician or like a rapper, an actor, something in the arts, there's no clear cut road, and you have to walk by faith, and not by sight. And a lot of people, that's difficult for them to even have the courage to do. So I think he loves both, but he really wants to go for the dream that has no clear cut road. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is author based on you? Because I feel like there's some similarities between you and the character.
For sure. I try to put myself in. All I have is myself and my own experiences. So I try to make different characters, but still, I can only come from my heart. So it's like I try to put certain real points in every character,
Mm-hmm.
so they can feel like real people. So people can read it, and I feel like, oh, this is like, I don't know. A lot of times you watch a movie, somebody's just a perfect character. It's like, but that's not how people really are. So I try to. I'm not perfect, so I try to base the characters off me a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
even ones who aren't anything like me. You know.
Yeah, you gotta bring some realness to
Yeah.
it. Also, in your book, Arthur, he meets um a trans. Was it one or two trans people that he meets?
Yeah, he meets two black trans women. So, I wanted to kind of bring that out into the forefront because when I was working in San Francisco with the mayor, I had to work for the Pride Parade, right? So I had to like help with like the float. So I'm like, I don't really want to do this, right? But I did it. So basically, I just had to help. Like I had to hold like a speaker. But like when we hit like Market Street, which is like a big street in SF, it was like 100,000. I mean, it was black people. It was a lot of black people, on all different, ethnicities, and they all seemed happy. And for me, I was like, you know what, man, I like that they're happy, and it's like I can respect their happiness, and they're just trying to be what makes them happy. And I was like, you know what, man, like if I ever try to write something, I want to include black LGBTQ people because especially in 2023, we all got to become one. I mean, at this point, we all got black skin. We all are one, and we should be united. And it's kind of what I would hope the world would be like, right? But it's like maybe this isn't something that you would expect, because I'm not from San Francisco, so obviously it's a lot of LGBTQ people out here. But I've never seen like a straight black dude like myself, hanging out with like a trans person, like not even on a relationship thing, but like just homies. Like they work at the same job and they just grabbing lunch. I never seen it, so I was like, dang, what if there was a scenario where like we all could just be one and all be friends, like, and like especially like straight black men, like we don't have like, I don't know, a lot of dudes are insecure with
Mm-hmm.
with their masculinity, and it's like, bro, if you really comfortable in your skin, why are you tripping if someone else is a certain way, bro?
No.
It's like I don't get it, bro. Like as long as they're happy, like why do you care about what they do? I don't know. I never understand it, but I just try to write a story where we're all just one, and we can all, you know, solve a problem together, or even all hang out together, go to, get some food. I don't know, right? Just hang out, right? Like so.
Yeah. I'm with you on that 100%. Like, I couldn't have said it better myself. I mean, us as black people, we need to come together, whether you're straight, gay, bi, trans, gender fluid, whatever, because we already deal with oppression from other
Yes.
groups of people. like we don't need to bring that to our community. And homophobia in the black community is just so big, and I hate it
Yeah.
so much. Like a person being gay or trans is not gonna affect your life, you know. And some people just really don't understand that. I couldn't have said it better than you already said it, Evan. So
Thank you.
yes, look at you. You just matured so much over the years, Evan.
Thank you. Yeah, I was crazy in college. That's funny. That's like a funny.
So your first book, how long did it take you to write this?
So I have three more books dropping this year. So
Oh
it was like in a 2 year span, I wrote four. So first it was a screenplay because I was like, I'm finna go to Hollywood. I'm about to write a script. So you know, it actually got like to like some like executives and but like once it got to like Netflix and stuff like that, they were like, hey, bro, it's not a IP, which is a intellectual project, which means that let's say like Spider-Man, right? It comes from a comic book, or like Harry Potter, it comes from a book. So it's like you need to have some sort of background to this. Like we need to know that people actually like it because we don't want to take a chance on a random story. So it's like most stories now you see on TV, either it was based on a book or is a superhero character or a video game like The Last of Us. I watched that the other day. I'm like, okay, that's a video game. Like, so nothing is like from the top of someone's head unless you like Jordan Peele or somebody. Then it's like you
yeah.
can like just pop something off. But you know, so I just went the book route. So I like novelized it, but it took probably like 2 years. I'm not gonna lie, it took like 2 years, and it's only like 95 pages. So it takes a long time to do it for it all to connect and be organic and
Mhm.
yeah, yeah,
I didn't even notice that until you just said it. But most of the stuff on TV nowadays, especially Netflix, it is based off of something else.
right. It's from a book, a best-selling book, or a cartoon that used to be out, or they're like revamping something that was out in the '80s. Yeah,
Yeah.
it has to have a fan base. They're not just gonna
Yeah.
or something. I mean, there are the exceptions. Issa Rae. There's some people
Mhm.
who done it, but even Issa Rae had the YouTube
Yes.
show Awkward Black Girl, which I mean, I watched that at MTSU. I was like, damn, this is amazing. And then HBO, they bought it, so it made sense. So you gotta have something. You gotta at least have a podcast is great. Like you have, like this is going to lead you to even bigger and greater things. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like same thing with we're planting our seeds. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they're gonna grow, 100%.
So the three books that you have dropping this year, are they sequels to your first one, or are they different?
It's all different. So the next one is about her name is Friday Foster. She's a black journalist. So her boss has her going out on assignment to like take photos of like this tech CEO. So like as she's taking shots of the tech CEO, he gets like assassinated. He gets like shot in the head by like an assassin. So like she has like evidence. She has like photos of the assassination. So now she's like wanted by the assassin. So now she's like being chased by this assassin, and she has to like solve the case before he kills her. Right? You know what I'm saying? So trying different stuff with like people of color, a black woman. As a investigative journalist.
Mm-hmm.
Something different. Trying.
Do you have a title for it yet?
Um, it's just gonna be called Friday Foster, and it's actually from a 1970s movie,
Mm-hmm.
like Pam Grier. So
Ah,
yeah, I'm trying like it's like kind of like on some Pam Grier '70s, but like modern day. You feel me?
yeah.
kind
And
of
Patty
different.
Foster, that's like a really good. It's a strong name and it's also very catchy.
Right? Yeah.
That's very catchy. Like when you said that, I was like, hmm. And then when you described it, I was like, okay, it's a book, but in my head, I was seeing like characters playing out on the TV.
For
But
sure.
I can see that being like a limited series or something.
Right, yeah, and all my book Reporting Live is only 95 pages. Anyone who's like, dang, I don't typically read books. I try to keep it short. It takes like an hour and a half to read, kind of like watching a or a movie. I just want it to be short so people, a lot of times you get a book and you never read it because that's just intimidating. Like it's like 500 pages. I'm like, I remember as a kid, I told my mom I want Harry Potter. She got me that Harry Potter book. I saw that. I was like, okay, I'm never reading this. I don't know why I made her give me this book. I will never read 500 pages. But maybe you'll read 90, right? Like
Yeah.
maybe you'll read 90. It doesn't take long.
Yeah,
So
like a good quick read before bed or something.
right, yeah. You about to meet your friends. You got a couple hours to spare. Boom. Something like that.
Yes. So do you have any advice for like up and coming authors or like people who may be going through writer's block right now?
Yeah, you. The biggest thing I would say is honestly try to get rid of any sort of fake friends, energy, because you won't be able to write anything real if you're surrounded by just fakeness. And it's like if you want to write something that like majority people can read and be like, wow, that was actually I enjoyed that. That was deep. I like that message or whatever. You have to really separate yourself from the BS. So what we all got fake friends. We all got sometimes fake family members, right? Or fake co-workers, or
Yeah.
you just gotta separate yourself. Some weekends you won't be able to go out or hang out. You may lose some friends, but they weren't really your friends in the first place. If you lose them. So
Mhm.
and also, once you write something, people don't have to like it. Like if you go on my Amazon, I got a lot of great reviews, but I got some like older white people who left not so good reviews, right? I got like a couple threes, and this isn't for me, and I don't like the lingo. I'm like, okay, why'd you read it? But but you could write something that's from the heart, um, and people still don't have to like it. Like, so that's my number one advice. Like, once you finally get your art into the world, if someone leaves you negative reviews or something, it's inevitable. But when it happens, just like forget about that. Just write for the people who like your stuff. Not everyone's gonna like you. So
That is true.
yeah,
That is very true. See, look at you, Evan. You just dropping wisdom and knowledge right now.
that's funny. I guess I don't know. That's funny.
So for people who want to purchase this book and the books that you have coming up, where can they find them?
You can find them on Amazon. My pen name, writer's name is EC Ward. E.C. Ward. So just you can get them on Amazon, 99 cents. Very affordable, very quick, very gratifying. I think if you give it the time, and yeah, I'm on Amazon. So I think most people have an Amazon account. I hope so. I'm
Yeah,
trying to.
everybody gets Amazon.
Right. I'm gonna start having hard copies too. So right now it's an ebook, so you can read it on your cell phone or tablet, computer, any electronic system.
People are really into ebooks now.
It's quick, and then if you're reading something kind of weird, cause some book covers, they give away too much. You got a gun, you got a naked person, like bro, what you reading? So you got that ebook, you can kind of
Yeah.
hide what you reading.
Oh my God. So do you have any last words? Anything you want the people to know?
Hey, I want the people to know I'm for the people, and if you give the book a shot or anything else I ever write, I promise. I think I may be speaking to you. A person of color. I've been in the white collar environments with with working with white people of high status, and I know how it feels to be disrespected and to be overlooked, or I'm a big dude, so sometimes they thought I was the security guard. I'm like, hey, bro, I work here, bro. I'm here for my mind, bro. You tripping? I'm not about to secure anything with this check. So just yeah, if you ever have time, a couple hours to spare, give it a read, and I think you'll enjoy it. And thank you so much for having me.
Yeah,
And
no
I'm so thankful to be on the show. And we've both come a long way. You've really established yourself, and I can't wait to see what's next for you.